Back on Local 6 Legal Line on this Local 6 Midday. If you have a question regarding personal injury, give us a call at 1-888-208-6946. We'll pose it to the attorneys from the Bryant Law Center, who are Teris Swanson and Kevin Shannon today. And we do have a question where Mark says, I had a wreck. It wasn't my fault. Why does my insurance company have to pay for my medical bills? And then who pays if they quit paying?
I'll take that one, and the simple answer is because that's what state law, at least in Kentucky, requires. Everybody is required to have what's called no-fault insurance or personal injury protection insurance on their automobile policy. So whether people know it or not, they've already bought the coverage, they've paid for the coverage, and so the insurance that covers the car that you're in at the time of your accident has to pay the first $10,000 in medical expense and wage loss regardless of fault. If the personal injury protection gets exhausted, in other words, they've paid everything they're supposed to pay, then you'll need to turn in your bills to health insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid. If you don't have health insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid, then you'll need to make payment arrangements until the point in time that you can get your case settled. And then any medical bills that were not paid by your personal injury protection should be paid by the insurance company for the other vehicle.
We have a question from Daniel who says, the person that caused my car wreck doesn't have enough insurance to pay me. What can I do about that?
You've got a couple of options there. Hopefully you would have what's called underinsured motorist coverage on your own policy. People need to have that. You need to get your policies out and look at them. You need to talk to your insurance agents about it, or you can call a lawyer and talk about it. But everybody needs underinsured motorist coverage to protect them in the event that the person that causes the accident doesn't have enough insurance coverage to fully compensate them for their wreck. So if you have underinsured motorist coverage, that would be your first option to get some additional compensation. If you don't have underinsured motorist coverage, then really your option is limited to filing a lawsuit against the other driver and then trying to collect from that person individually. And oftentimes that's hard to do. The old saying goes, you can't get blood from a turnip. And so if they don't have money, you're not going to get much more money than what their insurance is available.
May have time for one more quick question here. As Evan says, I have an attorney handling my car wreck case, but he's not returned my calls in several months. I don't know what's going on. What do I need to do if I want to hire another attorney to handle my case?
I take that one. One of the first things we suggest is, you picked this attorney for a reason. You obviously trusted them, so try to salvage that relationship if you can. I would encourage you to go meet with them in person, set up an appointment, show up, write down your questions before you go so you can make sure you remember everything. And if you just can't make it work, then you do have the right to get a copy of your file from them, notify them that you no longer want them to represent you.
Teris Swanson, Kevin Shannon from the Bryant Law Center in Paducah have been our guests on this edition of Local 6 Legal Line.